Prepare for battle. Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
No, you don't.
First blood. It is only right that first blood should go to your king. been better.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You can keep
Radiant
your
structures
magic.
are
I
fortified.
have laser beams.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That was an unqualified.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
You'll regret that. Finders keepers. Invisibility?
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That's for me.
paid for this.
Test.
see what heroes these guys are going to try and
10
play with this
seconds
time around.
remaining.
But I know one thing for certain. T1 is absolutely hovering over the
seconds
ban
remaining.
Cottle
See what
button. In fact, they
these
probably
guys
got
gonna
it
try and play
bound
this
to a
time
keyboard
around.
button at this
And
point.
Nice Stalker.
Set. T1
Cottle
is
and Nice
going to be Cottle
Stalker.
Night Stalker straight off the bat.
I think these two-
Cottle button. In fact, they probably got it bound to a keyboard button.
An
Team
avenge.
back.
They just have too much control over the game, and they're really good against T1's playstyle as well. There it is, the Nice Sucker already getting banned out. Now they're gonna wait and see if the Keeper bans out, or they might just get rid of it themselves here.
Yeah, they're fishing here, aren't they? They're like, maybe they ban the
10
Cottle for
seconds
us.
remaining.
And there's a couple of heroes that you have. Strong after you see it. It's this recency bias, right? Like you see a hero, oh my god, he's
Yeah.
so strong, need to
We're all
ban it.
goldfish.
Exactly. They ban it, then it's the next best hero. Oh my god, you need to ban this.
See, the thing is, when you're in these situations and you lose a game, what you want from your opponent is for them to play a different kind of game. You don't want to repeat the same game again. That's why you oftentimes see something like this, where T1 just ban out the two heroes that they felt like was really strong in the last game, because they just want, like, they're like, oh, TSpirit, I think you guys only won because of this. You can have anything else you want. Let's see you win with something else. And then they
10
give them the
seconds
chance.
remaining.
Normally, really good captains, that's the kind of path that they will take. Instead of being stubborn, give them the thing that allowed them to win the game and try to beat it.
So, TSpirit going to go with their Bane. I mean, they absolutely adore this hero. They've been playing it for eons. This is a
10
hero they've been
seconds
picking up for
remaining. Team
ages,
pick.
even when it wasn't even that popular.
Yeah.
Now it's meta. They're very happy.
They just follow up with Shadow Demon, mix it up a little bit with the Magnus,
Yes.
Ooh.
but Shadow Demon I already like versus Bane. Magnus, however, is something. Is this the first Magnus of the tournament? I believe so, right?
Yes.
It is.
10
I'm
seconds
very
My
interested
remaining.
in
favorite
this one
hero.
now.
If someone asked me in this series if Magnus is going to be
5
picked, I would say like, okay,
seconds
20%, but TSpirit, because they love this hero. They picked it
Yeah.
quite a bit. Haven't really seen it on the side of T1 way too many times, even in the DPC seasons. Do you recall Nomad? I don't think so, right? They're not. So they have something prepared, something different.
I think so. I mean, they've definitely played it, that's for sure. Let me just have a quick look. I'm going to cheat here. So, 23 Savages played it once.
Oh yeah,
Carlos
it was
played
that
it once.
horrible. I remember now. It was that horrible week in which every team tried Magnus carry and failed. There was a week in SCA DPC in which every team they had to go with this Magnus carry. There was an idea in pubs, and everyone was
Wow.
copying each other, but it didn't work a single time.
All right, Cuckoo's played it 3 times in the offlane and won every time.
Oh, there you go. That can work.
So, flexible, very flexible. Been played once by both of the core heroes this patch, and yeah, they've this is something they know and love.
Well, there's still a lot of really good heroes open right now. Like
10
you said before,
seconds
Bat
remaining.
Rider, that's still available. They decided not to go for that. Both sides
5
here.
seconds
Gyrocopter being picked
remaining.
up by TSpirit. They know that that is not coming back if they don't pick it in the first phase. It's pretty much their most successful hero,
Radiant
right, in this
team
tournament.
Yeah.
On that position
Dire
1,
team
Gyro
back.
and Bloodseeker. Gyro probably overtaking the Bloodseeker now. I'm just thinking, what are they going to pair with this mag? Are they going to go for those standard normal melee cores, or just have a mag for mag's sake? There's PA still in the pool that they could combo
10
with.
seconds
There's a
remaining.
lot, right? Like PA, Juggernaut. I think it's pretty good against Gyrocopter too.
5
Not so much
seconds
against
remaining.
Bane as
Yeah.
well, depending on the heroes. Then if you want to think like
Radiant team
non-melee
back.
carries, then I would expect like a Morphling, because then you can become Gyrocopter, have your own flat cannons. You're not too worried about Bane gripping you either.
Just an overall
think of
good
that?
counter to Gyro, right? Morphling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
10
like
seconds
I like
remaining.
Morphling. I like it a lot versus Gyro. There's one single thing that
5
worries me is that
seconds remaining.
the way TSpirit plays around Gyro is so fast-paced that you might not even get to that point in the game in which you're truly a carry
Radiant
as
team
Morphling.
pick.
But It's doable. They ban out the Bloodseeker instead. Something TeamSpirit has played on offlane too, so protecting themselves from all sides.
Mm-hmm.
With these kind of bans, I do believe Lycan
10
holds a lot of
seconds
value
remaining.
if either teams want to pick that up. I mean, they would have to move the Magnus towards the mid lane
5
most
seconds
likely, but
remaining.
they ban like all Lycan counters.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting.
We have seen a couple of Magnus position 5s as well in
Dire team
recent times. Perhaps after the reworks, yeah, it's not gonna be that. This is a Lich 5.
This looks like a Juggernaut pick, boys. I'm feeling the Juggernaut with a Lich pick like that.
Lich Jug.
I mean,
Do you
the
like it
next
against
pick,
Gyro? It's very strong.
Yeah, the next 2 picks will definitely change.
10 seconds remaining.
T1 will pick. Like, even though they might be
5
thinking about
seconds
Jug,
remaining.
but I'm pairing like Jog, Spectre, something like that quite a lot right now.
Yeah, Jug into Bane can be a little hard, can't it? Because you've got 2 ways of messing with him with your Fiend's Grip through the spin, and then of course the Nightmare onto the target he's Omni-slashing can be pretty annoying.
It's just nice versus Gyro, and it's good with Magnus. So,
Yeah,
in my opinion, it's kind of on the same level. PA, Jug, all kind of look decent and same. Maybe 23 Savage would lean a bit more to PA, but I'm not sure. We'll see. They go with the Phoenix on the side of TeamSpirit, probably comboing it with
Phoenix Axe?
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
They've done this
the
before,
touch.
right? On TeamSpirit, they like this combo.
I think Spectre looks beautiful here. I like the Jug when the Phoenix came out, not so much when the Axe
10 seconds
showed up.
remaining.
And now I would lean more towards a Spectre for
5
T1.
seconds remaining.
That would be legit. Very good against Axe. Quite nice against Phoenix. You can actually just haunt onto the egg and just kill it.
There's always one extra hero to kill the egg, which is nice. And it's impossible to play. It's possible, but it's very difficult to play the game as Axe. So yeah, I agree with that.
Hey Theban, you want to stat?
Is the stat for just me or also Lizards?
He doesn't
you
want me
and
this
the
time.
listeners, but not Lizard. He's had his.
Close your eyes. I mean, close your ears.
Axe and Phoenix, out of the teams in this tournament for the past month, Axe and Phoenix is the 4th most popular combo, but it's not actually winning that much. It's had 5 wins and 4 losses, so strong but not super strong. Okay, you can listen again.
I can listen. Hi everyone.
Well, how did you hear him?
I only heard this.
We caught you.
You
bastard.
can listen. I only heard this. You can listen, Lizard. Now.
Okay.
I gave you guys 30 seconds.
Better have done. Anyway, yeah. What do you think of that, Theban? What do you make of it?
About what?
I really don't know. I honestly never really been a big fan of the Axe Phoenix, even though it's been popular and I know how it works and what it can do. It's just I'd always prefer Mars Phoenix or Faces Void Phoenix. Axe Phoenix was like something
Dire team ban.
a bit lower. It's just an annoying lane essentially.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. They go with the option that we didn't talk about, but an option that has a built-in BKB. So versus Gyro, this was always a fun pick historically. The problem is he can out-farm you, and you need some
10
mobility.
seconds remaining.
You need some carrier for this lifestealer, right? Some Puck perhaps,
5
some Storm on
seconds
mid lane.
remaining.
Something similar.
That's interesting. Yeah, this is definitely a 20 Savage special, right? He did play this at the major. And he likes this hero quite a bit. Damn, I was really hoping for that 20 Savage
Radiant
Spectre.
team
That's
Dire team ban.
he plays that hero so incredibly well.
I know
This
it's
one
a
too.
treat to watch. It's a treat to watch.
By the way, Batrider has not been touched at all.
It's kind of been losing a lot though. In the last season. I feel like 9 and
10 seconds
Xiaoyi have
remaining.
been the only players able to make it work so far.
5 seconds.
Yeah, but it's also
remaining.
been first picked, right? First phased. So the
True.
hero that's first phased usually he deserves.
you're
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason why it's picked.
You can
there.
most definitely make a Batrider work for TeamSpirit, but I would say having some burst damage when you play with Axe and Bane might be a little bit better. I wouldn't mind like a Leshrac To be fair, I know it's not like burst, but you can take objectives. You can make Magnus, you know, speed up the game.
Radiant
So Leicester
team
Magnus
back.
can't farm as much. There's the bat ban that you're looking for. Yep. It would have been great for T1. You were talking about a hero that can jump, like, you know, like a storm or something. Bat would have been perfect for the kind of lineup T1 are trying to make right now.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they have to correct
5
on
seconds
T1
remaining.
from last game. I don't want to see them going for a raise or anything here. It's nice against Gyro, but you need to make sure that you have your bases covered on your team as well. And I'm worried they'll fall for the same traps.
TeamSpirit could even pick that. I'm not saying they will, but it's possible. If you're T1 right now, you're just banning out these versatile mid laners that are hard to counter, as TeamSpirit doesn't have last pick. See, like Invoker, Storm. Now TeamSpirit, they need to figure out the right way to finalize this draft without having a hero in mid lane that's easily countered. It's never the best position to
10
be in.
seconds remaining.
You know what? I like a Queen of Pain here from
5
TeamSpirit.
seconds remaining.
I think it's a bit hard to
Radiant
counter it.
team pick.
Something like that. Oh, okay.
And it-
Void Spirit.
Yeah, Void Spirit.
Very classic standard.
Yeah, same stuff, right? Like you get one of these playmakers in mid lane, maybe a little bit safer, but they don't truly have any catch on side of T1, so it doesn't even matter that much.
10
Queen of Pain would have
seconds
worked.
remaining.
And Void Spirit Phoenix have a 75% win rate together.
5
Much stronger than
seconds
Phoenix
remaining.
X. A slightly smaller pool of games, but who cares about worrying whether your stats are valid or not? Just say them when they sound good. Learn that one from the Has. I'm kidding. I love Nahas.
We all love Nahas.
We do. I miss him.
9 more seconds
Me
here.
too.
Can they put Mag mid as well? I guess that's one of the reasons why he picks Void. Should do fine no matter what.
Choose your
T1, they
There
snatch
it
the
is.
Lash. So there's no mobility that we asked for Lifestealer besides Magnus getting a blink. But yeah, you don't have to really focus on that, do you? If you're just about to get a hero that pushes, that gives you some strong presence from that mid game and the mid lane.
I really don't like that Magnus is pretty much the only one who can just go in and stun someone. Like, I prefer Magnus to be the secondary jump. And in this game, they don't really have a jump. Maybe Leshrac can initiate with Yules.
Yeah, he can get Yules, and there is another synergy. Even though like the Lifestealer using the Leshrac as a vessel isn't the best thing in the world, like having a save for Leshrac is always good. You've got the Shadow Team, you've got the Lich, and also Lifestealer can
10
infest him as well, which
seconds
is
remaining.
really good to just give him that extra health, help him survive through the burst. Keeping Leshrac alive is key in a lot of these engagements. I kind of like it.
Zephyr needs to be on point, not only for saving Lash when they jump them, but saving the Lifestealer. When we were talking about melee heroes that are good with Magnus, we mentioned Jug, and you, Nomad, you stated that it's kind of bad because of the pain. Well, Lifestealer has the same problems as Jug, so Zephyr needs to be on point to have those saves ready for the Lifestealer and for the Leshrac. I can see the idea behind it. I actually think TeamSpirit's draft is slightly better.
Ooh, you even gave an eye flutter with that one as well. You know you're being genuine when you get the lizard eye flutter. Theben, what are you thinking?
This one's hard, man. I want to go with T1 here. It's just that I don't know if they have enough. If the Leshrac was the right choice here. But I do believe they have more potential with this Lifestealer. He's going to be really farmed. You know what? Let's go with the Lifestealer draft. I think it's going to work out this time.
Okay. I am going to go for... It's so hard to bet against Mag. It really is. So... Oh, I don't know. I can't... It's such a close one. Like, there's so many nice intricacies between both of these drafts. I think I am going to go for T1 in this one. Simply because they got their backs against the wall. You know, SEA is strongest when people are doubting them. I think it's go time for them. Make or break, SEA. It's time to get your own back. Let's throw it over to a cast for this one. We've got BKL and Mo Farah on the case for game number 2.
Thank you, Mo. He did say he was Mofar, right? I think so.
That's what
He
that's what I
wishes,
thought.
dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, seriously, come on.
I think Nomad wakes up every day and wishes he was me.
Seriously. I was saying Toronto in the chat, and then followed up by Tokyo.
So I think the Palo are right. This one is a really close draft on paper by the looks of it. I think I'd give the edge ever so slightly to Spirit, but really there's nothing in it. I think I'd just rather
30
play their draft.
seconds to battle.
Like last game, then not sure there's anything to worry about. You want to sign up double save on their supports again. We've seen this quite a few times this tournament, and I think Car's going to have to do a lot of work this game.
The battle begins.
Looking like we're gonna have a clash. Disruption, Cuckoo. He's looking to potentially get a skewer for the looks of it. He gets a two-man skewer. Now he's kind of by himself. This fight is very split up, and it doesn't look like anybody's gonna die.
Cuckoo skewered him away from the split earth there from the Leshrek. I think Gyro could have potentially died, but unsure.
You're taking a lot of damage here. He does have that salve. Not sure if you really want to pop that too early. He's also working with a tango. Taking a look at these matchups, what do you think is looking to be the best for each team?
As in, where should each team do best in the laning stage?
Yes,
I think.
yes. Read my mind.
I'm interested to see how the Axe does against the Lifestealer, because Axe isn't really a hero we see a huge amount of anymore since the changes. He used to be basically a first pick hero all the time, but I feel like T1 should do really well in the spot lane. Like the Lifestealer constantly chipping away. I'm assuming at some point TSpirit will eventually just cut Praise Farm. So
right. I'll have to see. I remember the days of when we used to see double stout shield axe. That was fun.
Oh god. Thank god they took that away. You should never do any damage to him. Why am I taking a lot of damage from the neutrals?
Yeah, and 23 taking a lot of damage at the moment from the axe. A couple of right clicks and I believe a spin with that battle hunger on him. Coming over. Ooh.
Zephyr taking a lot of damage here. He has the disruption ready for the homing missile coming through, so he should be fine.
Yeah, instead he lets it hit him, but the away Maposhka up out of the map and then back in it. Sure.
I think he was stuck behind.
Now the disruption comes out. It wasn't a self. The back and forth between the supports.
Yeah, this Gyro having a bit of a difficult time with the base damage of the mag at the moment. Gyro not a hero with a huge amount of damage to work with early on.
Ooh, Nightmare Yatoro though, not a lot of mana to work with, and he'll pop that flat cannon with that stick. Zephyr needs to be careful with his positioning on this one.
Yeah, he does at the same time that you can see them being ever so careful that if the skewer comes through from the mag, could potentially put them under that tower.
Nightmare again, Maposhka.
Has he got him?
Just throwing these right clicks. He's hoping to get him, but the time he's out of this disruption, he won't be in range to get that brain sap for what could have been first blood.
Yeah, he didn't quite have the mana, unfortunately, as well. Whitemon,
Battle Hunger, Whitemon.
The axe.
And doesn't want to go into the tower, but hit with that Frost Blast really quickly. He'll back away from trying to get this, but the Battle Hunger doing a lot here to Whitemon, making his life very difficult in this bottom lane. That being said, T1 top and CS in all three lanes.
Yeah, I was going to say the laning's going much better than game one so far. T1 having a good time.
From the void.
Especially this mid lane as well. Carl seems to be doing a really good job here. 7 denies already to work with.
You're going nowhere. I sense this.
The remnant from Toronto, Tokyo. Just locking him up for a second.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Collapse
attack.
will try and get all these creeps.
I think the Lesh is going to take the bounty ring from the Dire side as well. I'm not sure. Kind of posturing a little bit. He's not, okay.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Certainly giving it some thought.
Oh, even
Ooh, ends the stun on Toronto Tokyo. Diabolic Edict chasing for a second.
I was going to say, he even glyphs on Carl there to sort of stop the Void Spirit pushing the wave out. So they are going to trade the 4-minute runes. No support rotations for once, which is pretty rare at the moment. Not something you see very often.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of 3v3s. Homing Missile coming into Cuckoo. Zephyr's got that disruption. Cuckoo A-OK for now. And yeah, Mapochka's got to watch his positioning. 23 meanwhile bot. He's kind of low too.
Interesting, no Shockwave leveled up on the mag as well. Usually we see these offlane mags go for at least, 2 points in the Shockwave relatively early on. But
Max pulling this creep wave all the way over.
I'd like to see Toronto Tokyo, maybe they get a support rotation when he hits the level 6 mark in the mid lane, but I'd like to see them try and play off that big Astral Step timing. And you can see already now, this is what we were talking about, Collapse. It's just going to start skipping the creep waves now, aiming for that Vanguard timing. Toro.
Ooh. Stacks, and he's got 3. We'll miss the 4th. Mapochka, though, entry trying to get a kill here on a Zephyr, and we'll get first blood again. It almost feels like every time he's on this Bane, he gets first blood successfully, and Mapochka on these 5 positions has just been so deadly.
Now, Iko, what's the similarity between last game and this game at this point?
Mapochka got first blood.
Yeah. And what does that mean? He gets more. Come on, Beakup, you can do this. Test.
Praise.
Sure.
Shit.
I was going to say, look at the supports of net worth this game. It's similar to last time.
It is pretty similar. You've got Shadow Demon at only 400 now. Ooh. Toronto Tokyo taking a lot of damage, but they've got the Astral Step going into the Diabolic Edict. Mapochka is saving that haste rune to fill up that bottle, though.
Look at the difference in support net worths. Again, this game is so similar. They've had to spend so much gold on regen in the laning stage, and their cores haven't necessarily benefited from it massively.
And these supports only have consumable net worth. The only one who doesn't is the Lich with the stick, but other than that, Smoke, Wards, Mango, Clarity.
Tithe to the impurities.
Now, this bot lane, basically what happens is the Axe and the Lifestealer both trade farm, right? But the Axe can farm the neutral camps at the same time as well. So it's obviously slightly Axe favored, and the Lifestealer can bring the neutrals towards can bring the wave towards neutral camps as well. But he doesn't farm them quite as quickly. You see he's doing it right now.
They've smoked up. They want to go and get this Axe, but Collapse got this Vanguard, and he's so already eluding them. Carl coming over, and their lockdown would be disruption into a split earth. And he breaks the smoke. The stun lands. He's in trouble. We'll get the call off, but I don't think that's going to matter. The Sinister Gaze comes out from Whitemon. They get the kill into Collapse. They will get this Axe for one.
Oh, they're taking the stacks, though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, dear.
And Cuckoo comes over and spots the last of the stacks being gone.
No RP. He's like 1 XP off the RP on Mag. I don't think it would have mattered because there's nobody nearby, but...
Maybe would have had that RP into, say, a skewer and had the damage. Who knows?
Are they going to take the stacks back the other way again as well? Oh, they're stacking again. He's Gyro.
It's about to go off.
Net worth.
And this is the thing too, Mapochka, not only does he really help out in the lane, but he's got all these stacks inside their jungle ready to go for Yatoro, just like the last game. And then inside their triangle, you've got the big camp that Toronto Tokyo is working on, and then the ancient stack for the gyrocopter.
Well, Possess Mask. I think we know who's going to be taking that one.
Dire's structures.
Bane, of course.
Of course, yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gotta have as much life steal as possible, Beakup.
2-1 tower, but will be pushed away.
Radiant's
yeah, of course.
bottom tower is under attack.
And he and this Phoenix have quite a bit of net worth. They're doing a really good job here. Aturo will finish off, and he is this time not gone straight to the Crystallis. He's gone into the Treads, and now he's going for the Crystallis.
I just want to say something quickly. I think the Lesh is just going to push this wave out, and they might just smoke and go for the Axe again. You can see Collapse, he scans because he thinks that they're going to be making this rotation towards him again.
Ooh, is Collapse going to get this? Yeah, he'll take the stacks instead.
I think this blink timing from the Axe is so key, though, this game. You need that raw initiation. Yatora's getting so low in the jungle. He's playing with fire. I mean, he's obviously not under any threat, but...
A limit on the edge, and he's got that Crystallis flying out.
Oh, I'm going to try and force this mid-tier 1 down. Kuku making the rotation as well, so... I do get it.
They need to be careful about how they retreat from this, and they'll all go south. This is with 23 taking some harassment from Collapse, and I think they want to wrap all the way around and get the kill on this Axe. This is a good wraparound if they continue it, but they wait and they farm the jungle.
Thank goodness Collapse did take that ancient stack as well, because T1 were ready there to invade and try and take it away from what they assumed would be the gyrocopter.
I'm a little surprised that they didn't play aggressive and go for Collapse in that bottom lane, but instead took that one camp and placed down some vision.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, Collapse knows something's up there, right? So, like, he walks to the right-hand side of the map. He's not even just farming the lane. Itoro, not as farmed as he was last game, but, like, across the board, TSpirit, 2k net worth up already. Do they have the grip available? It doesn't look like it.
I just hit level 6.
Okay, so he does have it now when he wants to level it up. Carl's by himself here.
If he strays into them, it can be an issue. They're not going to spot him. That ward just a little bit short. They've also got Mira and Toronto Tokyo coming over.
Carl might go for another wave here.
And if he does, he might just be dead.
Yeah, I think he's going to see the gyro and be like, okay, never mind. Nice to see the mag playing near the lifestealer, though. You want to use that in power as effectively as possible to help your carry, play in relatively similar areas of the map.
Who is this pace benefiting the most at the moment?
It's difficult to say. I think, you know, obviously T1, they have the Empower for the lifestealer, which is great, but
right, I
think both teams are just waiting for their individual timing, right? Like this Mac probably wants his blink to really be the big threat. Zephyr here is going to show.
Only Mr. coming out. Maposhka shows himself. Nightmare. Toronto Tokyo going in. Maposhka holding the stun. They've got the Fiend's grip now. Do they have the damage before Maposhka goes down? No, not enough. They lose Whitemon. They lose Zephyr. Down goes Carl. They've got the Culling Blade to cut him in half. And TSpirit make good movements. 23's also up here with Cuckoo, but it's not leading to anything. And it's, again, TSpirit not only moving well, but Maposhka, just the patience to sit in those trees and wait for somebody to show like that. The plan was set, the trap was laid out, and they snagged them.
Yeah, like T1 was set up and ready to go, but Spirit just brought the numbers. Like they made sure they brought like 5 to the fight that T1 brought 3 to, and they didn't even really have to commit a huge amount. Great call by Collapse as well, catches the back line, and they just clean through. Like, yeah, Maposhka, he has to use the grip, but they kill the Lesh for it, so more than worth, even if he does fall.
Under attack.
But without the spells now, Carl can move back up to this top lane, should be able to finish this tier 1. 22 Savage with the armlet as well. Nice farmed hero in the game, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, this time, you know, working with Empower, getting that farm, getting that buff up, and right now he's at the top, but he's almost surpassed by Aturo, who's trying to get a bottom tier 1 of his own. He's got gold in the bank and ready to withdraw it from this tower. Black Cannon cleaning up the creep wave, just 1,700 gold away from finishing the Ags. He's got Treads, Crystallis, and 2 components in. This is Yatoro taking this tower all by himself and nobody coming over to defend it at all.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower
I'm pretty much full to dead. Bit of a surprise.
I think Nero's looking to try and break smokes there potentially, but didn't end up
Toronto Tokyo, ooh, the idea and the glimmer in his eye to make that jump onto the high ground, potentially go for something, but it was probably a tough kill. Right now, T1, they've done a really good job. They've kind of, it looks like a very quick pace from TSpirit in that they had a 2K, 3K lead early on. And yes, it's still at that 2K. It's dripped back down even. But, Magnus helping this Lifestealer, helping 23 just farm up and sit towards the top. A lot different than what we saw with Gyro in the last game.
They're moving down here. Oh, if Miposhka breaks this smoke.
He just skirts it, and that actually might be worse if they were to catch Collapse. Now he comes back over. He's picked up by Carl and activated out of that bottle. Yeah, so he doesn't break the smoke, and it ends up, like I said, hurting them more. Because Collapse ends up being the one who goes down. That's good movement from T1, just out of range there from Miposhka to break that smoke, and now he's placing some sentries down and needs to run. Whitemon has the Sinister Gaze just on the edge. Chain Frost thrown out, and they've got the Splitter. They'll get yet another kill. So some really good movements there from T1. And they've got this blink on Cuckoo, and that's a big moment for him.
This is what we mean sometimes when we say, like, oh, it's just better for the 5 to break the smoke and just die, right? Like, it looks... like, if they just die, sometimes it looks really stupid, right? But it ends up... Yeah, the Collapse just dies there instead. And they end up both dying in the end. But, they're not really falling behind on gold at all still.
And the sports are coming back, too.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see when this first egg goes off as well. I think with the Axe Call on top. Because I think T1 are going to struggle to deal with that egg. They do have the Life Stealer, obviously, which is the big one. But with the 2 BKB piercing disables and the call and the grip, it might not be easy for him to just, cleanly hit it. Utora is sitting under a ward here. Oh, they're going to go. Okay. Oh, Lich
breaks the smoke and TP's out. The rest of the team is out.
Really well played by T1. And they're going to see the gyro
up top. They've got the RP. They'll get the Split Earth. They have the control. They'll get the kill. Big one there for T1.
Yeah, that's such a huge moment in the game. The fact that they managed to dodge the smoke gang and then pick up the gyro kill from under the ward. Wow. That's like such a big swing of events, honestly. Like, these are the kind of small margins that we talk about at the end of the game where we're like, oh yeah, like this could have really been the difference maker if this had happened differently.
That's that first moment. Haven't really seen the call Supernova combo. They've got the Ags finished off on the gyro. They get the blink call. Astro step in, and they'll have the control to get the kill on a Zephyr. Culling Blade cutting him in half. Good move there by Collapse. It's just the support, though, not equivalent to that Yatoro kill. Toronto Tokyo, though, stepping up on 23. You need to be careful. Collapse looking to come around the back with the help of Mira. This could be the blink call Supernova combo that they want. And I think sensing that, T1 make the wise decision and back away from that area of the map.
Yeah, I mean, T1 are going to hang around on the left and TSpirit are going to hang around on the right because they don't want to invade the high ground that T1 are sitting on. And their D ward instantly from T1, really well played. They do get a much deeper ward down though. Not going to help so much with the tier 1, but potentially later on it could.
You know that Zephyr's coming over again, and Cuckoo. I almost want to say he's looking to make a jump, but he doesn't have RP. A little bit difficult for him to make the jump. Oh, he does blink in, but he blinks into the Aether, and now he's going to steal himself back. They've got the summary. The blink. He's got the 4! He's got everybody! Supernova right on top of it. They've got Cuckoo and Carl. They've got the Fiends group on to 23. What a maneuver from TSpirit! Oh, Collapse! What a call!
I want to point out quickly as well, it's not just the call. The start of that fight, the Magnus goes in to blink in Skewer on top of Toronto Tokyo to try and chain stun him, but he's preemptively put an Aether Remnant down so that Mag blinks in on top of the Aether Remnant, and that completely loses the fight. And then all of a sudden there's just 4 heroes on top of each other because they're trying to react to the Mag blink. And yeah, insane call by Collapse.
Yeah. And Toronto Tokyo does a good job there of backing away from the group as he was getting hit with that Chain Frost, so it didn't bounce and potentially they lose anybody from that Chain Frost because Whitemon was the only one not hit by that call. They play it pretty much perfectly, and They were set. They were preemptively set for the Magnus to jump in. You could tell that Cuckoo wanted to jump. And then he immediately pays for it by getting hit by that Aether Remnant and skewers himself back alone.
Scanning.
That's just such a heads-up play by Tokyo.
It's really covering your bases.
I mean, we saw that play from T1 before. I think it was yesterday, when they played the sniper, and they were laying Aether Remnants on top of their sniper in case the other team tried to initiate, so... I think that's the first time we've seen it actually work, though, this tournament.
Yeah. Assange picked up for Carl.
Forget the Seb chat word, by the way. Collapse, man.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, somebody spam his name. Scan comes out from the Radiant, so they know that the Dire are up here. Simulate trying to run. Cuckoo's here with 23. They use that RP, I believe, and yeah, that's going to be Nightmare Save. Void Spirit, but they've got the Nightmare Save. He's still going to end up going down. The Supernova's going to be on the high ground. They're going with the Black Hand, and the damage coming in for Yatro. They get the kill on the White Mon. Carl, Cuckoo, all hitting the deck. 3 heroes gone. 23 will breakdance to safety, but he's not even that far away. Collapse goes for a call, but that's a little far out.
I think he thought he had blink again for some reason. I think he blinked in and tried to be like, oh, I'm gonna blink, cool. It happens.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, good play by T1. Like, they find the initial entrance onto the Void Spirit, right? But it takes so long to kill him because of the Nightmare Save from the Bane. But then, like, the follow-up damage coming through from Spirit is just far too much. They managed to get this egg down again.
Yeah.
And look at Mira's net worth in this game. Mira on this Phoenix. There's so much.
Makes sense.
Zephyr dying again in Toronto, Tokyo.
Petty criminals.
And there's the BKB for the gyrocopter. What's for the axe? Oh my goodness.
Okay, Mira's got Veil, Force Staff. He's level 13. He's going into the Shard, and he just about has the gold for it. It's not normal that you see 2 items, and then just after the 20-minute mark, Shard 2. For support in that 4 position. What's crazy is he's almost as farmed as Cuckoo, who has the benefits of Empower.
Yeah, but I mean, they have been winning fights though on Spirit Ray. So they do have that benefit going their way.
Radiant's bottom
What's the Life Stealer building? Is he going Scardy? Or...
yeah.
I feel like he kind of needs to this game. I was wondering whether he might go for a damage item, but I think the Scardy's far too good to pass up here.
Bottom lane pushing in. Aether Remnant's there for the TPs. 23 might go right into one. He does, but there's no follow-up jump. They are smoking and wrapping around.
They want the backline. They want to be able to kill like the Shadow Demon and the Lich if they're trying to be in position to save the Life Stealer. And you see Zephyr is here. He's just hiding in the trees.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now they draw a line, and they're going to go right through the middle of the map and go up.
Yeah, it's just a good read by T1, but we talked about this earlier on, that having the idea of like pairs sitting with each other, where like you have one of your supports sitting behind the cores, it's in a dangerous place.
Magnus hit with the blink call. Cuckoo in trouble. Sunray on him. Culling Blade unneeded.
The Mag's going to have to buy back here if they want to contest this. I just don't think they're in a position to at the moment, though.
Faking this Roche.
Easiest money of my life!
This is going to hold eventually. Now, if you're T1, how do you approach this Aegis fight? It's so difficult. They have grip here available on the Bane, so if they can keep vision on this Lifestealer... Oh, he did pop the rage though, so he's fine.
Zephyr, though, he's going to be caught. Sunray on top of him. Zephyr burning out. Mira getting another kill. He's 3-0-7. He hasn't died yet. He's got that shard, and he's got 1,200 more gold.
Yeah, I mean, the shard on Phoenix obviously going to be so good this game. Means you can just commit the egg straight away on the axe call and not have to worry about not having Sunray available, because you obviously just cast it during the egg.
Is about to hit that 10,000 net worth lead mark.
This Toronto Tokyo axe is going to be a big deal this game as well. If he can jump onto the backline, it kills the Shadow Demon so quickly.
Radiant's bottom tower.
And even if you catch the Lifestealer with it, right? Like, he hasn't got a purge to be able to take off the silence.
Yeah, and it could be a problem for Cuckoo too, right?
Yeah, it's a really good item this game. Like, I know we see axe a lot on Void Spirit normally anyway, but this game in particular,
bottom tower is under attack.
feels like it has so much value.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So they take the tier 2 in the bottom lane. You've got Karo just trying to push out the top tier 2, and well, Lifestealer trying to get it into the sky. He's 1,000 gold off of it. But you can see TSpirit, they're still ready to go, and they're going to pop that smoke, look for more.
Yeah, they know there's nobody bot, right? So they just smoke, and they're going to run across the map and just see who they find. Because T1 have to be somewhere. They're not just going to be sat in their base. I think T1, they know something's up here. So they're all just starting to TP away.
Yeah,
good read.
You can sense it. So Collapse, so Queen up top. He's going for a refresher on Collapse.
Wow, interesting. I mean, the double BKB is really good against Lifestealer in particular, right? So I kind of get it, but it's a really expensive item. I thought he might consider something like an AC potentially, but we'll see if he commits all the way for the refresher.
Yeah, for sure.
He might change his mind yet.
Starting to move together as a unit here on TSpirit. As T1 trying to open up the map as best they can and find some farm here. Lifestealer still looking for the Scotty and doesn't have it quite yet, but the Ags will come out for Toronto Tokyo. And they're going to start heading towards bottom. Searching has another Astral Step, and Karo into the trees. And Toronto Tokyo will show himself. Aether Remnant. Ooh. The other direction, and it might have caught Zephyr.
Thread the needle, didn't it, there? So right between the two of them.
Over mid now, though. Carl.
And you can see the Spirit are desperately trying to use this Aegis to force a fight, but T1 are doing a great job of like just shoving the lanes out constantly and not letting Spirit have that big like 5-on-5 fight that they're looking for. And I love this. It's going Satanic on the Lifestealer. This is what we were talking about. You need a way of taking off the silence from the Ags on Toronto Tokyo, so the Dispel that it offers is going to be really key here, just in case
they're over on mid. They've got Cuckoo TPing in. Gentry looking for the blink as well as the RP, but he's working with an Aegis. Even committing to that is really tough, and especially now that you've lost Zephyr, fighting just doesn't seem like it's in the cards, or at least it would be really tough. You do have a tier 2 there. You could buy back and TP in.
Oh, Titan Sliver on the Gyrocopter, by the way. Their status resist against the SD and the Mag. We've seen this a few times today now, where they've managed to get the double up. Feels incredibly strong every time.
We missed going over on the 23.
Yeah, they have to respect the skewer back from the Mag here.
Yeah.
Because the Aegis doesn't have a huge amount of time left, I don't think.
It's got 18 seconds left, and Cuckoo trying to catch up. They've got the skewer. Now they get the skewer before the Aegis times out. Sunray on him, keeping Yatoro alive. Another look for the blink as well as the call, but it's not going to land on 23. The Chain Frost doesn't bounce to anybody. And now Mira, he does have that Supernova. He gets away from the rest of the pack. Goes into the Supernova. They've got the stun. The right click's coming in from Zephyr as well as Carl. They get the kill on the White Mon. They'll take the 2 supports. The Astral Step across 3. They may have gotten Mira, but how much is it going to cost them? Disruption 23 popping up the infest.
George in trouble.
He's all by himself. The skewer comes in, but they got Collapse coming through with the call again. They get the kill on Zephyr. They'll use the RP. They'll lock down Yatoro. They've got a Fiend's Grip out on onto Carl. It's not enough damage just yet, but they've got the Astral Step coming across the bow. Essence Ring, Carl surviving. They hit the sweep onto this Life Stealer. Aether Remnant will lock him up again. Collapse, trying to find Carl. He's got blink in 10 seconds. The stun lands. Can he keep up with him? Toronto Tokyo with an Astral Step, and now Carl trying to TP out. They have the damage. They'll get the kill. They'll take it a 4th.
Two-legged abomination.
They got Yatoro. They killed off this gyro.
Everything acts desire.
Problem becomes it doesn't feel like enough. It's a 2 for 4.
Yeah, that fight could have been so much better for T1. They were, well, I say that for Spirit, they missed the initial call, right? I think if they hit the call and they lay down the egg on top, that fight goes so much better for them initially, right? But the Phoenix has to egg without any protection, and it forces T1 to come over and take the egg. And as you saw, they take it so slowly, it still nearly went off anyway. And so they all get dragged out of position. They do manage to kill the egg, but they pay you their life for it.
Yeah.
They've
It was just Zephyr and Carl hitting at the egg. They needed a +1 on it.
Yeah, they did, but it was such a split fight where the Phoenix had 4 staffed away, so it was slightly difficult to get to, right?
Yeah.
This gyrocopter, as you can see though from that last fight, does take a huge amount of damage from the Life Stealer. And you can't even just run away on the gyro anymore because of the Skadi on the Life Stealer. Dagon on the Void Spirit.
Psychic headband. That'll be nice for Miposhka.
And he's going Refresher on the Axe.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This BKB on the Lesh is a big deal now though as well. So this Void Spirit not going to be able to just completely blow up the Lesh anymore.
Starting to feel like T1 have a lane, right?
But even without the Aegis here, they're still Team Spirit just want to go. They want to force this big 5-on-5. And Zephyr,
Zephyr, blink call, they get the kill, take out the Shadow Demon. Minimum 42 seconds until Roche is back up. Mapochka, he's looking to stop a TP, the grip, and he's got the keen optic, but now the skewer that stops the TP. They're gonna try and get this kill, but they got Mira coming over there. Into Cuckoo. Now Cuckoo needs to try and run, but he doesn't have a TP. He'll be forced to use that RP, and now they look over at Mira. They're trying to get the kill on the Phoenix, but they got the blink as well as the call coming in from Collapse. They look over at Cuckoo. They've got the damage coming in from Toronto Tokyo. There's the only way to get the kill. Astral Step right on the 23. He's gonna try and run. He's raged up and trying to get away. Collapse. Can he close the gap and get the call? Yes, he is. He's right on it. Rocket Barrage once again. He'll get the Satanic, but the Culling Blade is in time. Collapse. Kills off 23.
Sick play from Mapochka though. Manages to get the grip off onto the Life Stealer. I'm surprised the Lich cancelled the didn't cancel the TP. I don't know whether he realized what was going on and they didn't communicate it or something, but I think if the Lich cancels the TP there, maybe they can stay and fight. But either way, massive play by Mapochka.
Waitmon thinking about going in, taking that outpost.
Is under attack.
Yatoro shows a TP, so he backs away, and now the TP from Carl. They don't have RP. I mean, they don't even have Cuckoo. Roche is up in
pretty quick.
50 seconds. It's a relatively quick one.
Thanks.
It's starting to upgrade that Dagon now at level 2.
I mean, luckily for T1, the Roche spawns after the Life Stealer respawns, right? Otherwise, that could have been horrendous for them.
And it spawns around the time of RP, just a little bit before, so they'll have options. It's just a very tough fight for them.
And this is the... Oh, there's a DD outside the pit as well. I mean, this is a massive advantage for either team if they can get it.
Astral Step spots it, and they'll let Yatoro pick it up and fill up that bottle, so he'll have the ability to hold it. Meanwhile, Mira, he's got an Aeon Disc coming his way, and they're going to back, of course, his 5 and look to smoke.
This is a big deal as well, because it's not just the DD, it's just as he picked up a Daedalus as well. So not only is he survivable on the gyro, but he has like a massive damage increase from the last fight. So this Life Stealer and the rest of T1 might not expect this damage increase.
They group up, they smoke. 5 heroes smoked up, and they're holding the high ground trying to break these smokes, but I'm not sure that's even going to matter.
Good positioning from the cores, though.
Toronto Tokyo not looking to take the chance.
Yeah, you don't want to just run up into the high ground without vision, especially when the Roche is up. You know, one bad fight, the other team, so they take the Roche, they find their way into the game.
They place down that Observer Ward that's actually going to spot Carl. Carl didn't break the smoke on Mapochka, who was coming over to place down this ward.
Yeah, it was just a sentry. that got down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And now they'll
attack.
take the sentry right on back. But in Roche they go.
I wonder if T1 know this. They must know something's up. But with the DD, this Roche dies so fast, they're going to see it with the Shadow Poison.
22 coming in, but the 8th remnant, it's on the money. A little rage, they're trying to come in with the blink and goes the call coming in for Collapse. They're going to super over the side, they're going to age it. The grand throw, Collapse gets the kill, and the Cuckoo goes so fast. Fiends group out on the 23, they're going to go away. They'll take out 3 so fast. Carl, BKB, 2P attempt. The damage is out. Collapse with the triple kill, taking out Zephyr, the only one to survive and tell the village the story is Carl. But so fast.
Yeah,
from
really well.
TSpirit.
Really well played by Toronto Tokyo as well. We didn't see it because it was off camera, but he basically just jumps the backline while everybody else is going on the live sealer. And I think T1, they basically have to react to that Roche, otherwise they get the free Aegis on the gyro, right? But it pulls them all out of position away from the high ground, and they're not ready to take the fight because they're rushing into the pit. And the support positioning from TSpirit really well played on the far side of the Roche pit. They get the full grip off onto the live sealer, they get the egg off. And without buyback on the 22 Savage here, TSpirit looking really good.
Bubbles 3 and 4 there on the Dagon for Void Spirit. I'll take the tier 3, and they're going to work on these racks while Toronto Tokyo works on the tier 3 over bottom for a split second, comes back over mid, and it will be That's going to be next for Collapse.
He's going to put pressure
Shockwave,
on.
Astral Step. Oh, the silence as he's going Sinister Gaze. Yes.
He's just trying to poke a prod to stop the skewers coming in from Toronto Tokyo. Again, there's that Aether Remnant that we were talking about before.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
TPM from 23. This is a risky play. They do still have RP. Sunray on a 23. They have the Aether Remnant. The Lotus Orb is there. The silence comes out from Toronto Tokyo with the Resonant Pulse. The Blink try and skewer him back. And now they've got a homing missile coming the other way. They need to be careful. The stun lands on the Yatoro. He's got the Aegis. They want to go in with a Blink RP and try and make a big play happen, but just going up against the Aegis is a lot of a deterrent.
The melee Rex is so low.
Down, and the melee Rex is healing. I don't know if it's going to heal enough.
It should go down eventually. I think they're just waiting for the next round of spells.
Coming through on at 23. They've got the deck in the throw. They'll get the 23. He's going to be dead for 85 seconds. They look for the RP, but they're going to kill the Boozer as well. Zephyr and this Supernova coming through. Down goes Whitemon. 4 heroes dead. And it's looking like it's going to be a full team wipe. And yeah, they'll call GG. TSpirit will eliminate T1. Continue to be the Southeast Asian Kryptonite. As they get the series 2-0.
What a performance by TSpirit. I mean, T1, they had some good moments in this game, right? Like, they had some good fights and things, but this TSpirit, I think many people would have come into today saying that that Spirit would have beaten a team that reaches the top 3, right? I think they've done incredibly well today.